What if I told you that losing her was the best thing that ever happened to you? What if the pain you're feeling right now isn't a curse, but a disguised blessing? Because sometimes heartbreak doesn't come to end you. It comes to forge you into a man who cannot be shaken. Most men collapse when the woman they love chooses someone else. They drown in self-pity, replaying memories, asking over and over, "What did I do wrong?" They seek closure like it's the only thing that can save them. But a stoic man, he sees the truth. He doesn't chase. He doesn't beg. He doesn't crumble. Because the moment she chose another man, that was a decision. And that decision wasn't about you. It was about her. So the real question is, will you let this destroy you, or will you let it shape you into something greater? The reality is, the moment she walked away, you were given a choice. You can stay broken, weak, and needy. Or you can rise and step into the mindset of a man who cannot be moved, a man who wins by letting go. And make no mistake, you will win, because while she expects you to be lost without her, you are becoming the man she'll regret ever leaving. The man who never loses, because he never clings. If you're ready to master your emotions, reclaim your power, and show her exactly what she threw away, keep watching, like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Drop a comment below. A Stoic man sees the truth. Up next, we expose one of the biggest lies men believe, the illusion of love. You remember what we said before? A stoic man doesn't fall apart when he's left behind. He rises, and to rise, he must conquer the hardest battlefield of all, his emotions. Because the core truth is this: the man who controls his emotions controls his life. Think about it. What happens when you let your emotions take over? You act impulsively. You react without thinking. You move from fear, from pain, from a desperate urge to get back what you lost. And every time you do that, you give her more power. The more you react, the more she knows she still controls you. And when she knows that, she doesn't regret leaving. She feels justified. That's why the stoic man takes a different approach. He doesn't suppress his emotions, he masters them. He doesn't pretend he's not in pain, he acknowledges it. But he doesn't let it dictate his actions. He steps back, he detaches, he chooses how to respond. Because he knows that true strength isn't the absence of emotion, it's being unmoved by it. Picture this: there's a fire inside you. Pain, anger, frustration. A weak man lets that fire consume him. But a stoic man, he harnesses it. He turns it into fuel, into motivation, into power that lifts him, not destroys him. That's where real power lives, not in loving deeply, not in begging, but in remaining calm in the face of loss. The moment you stop reacting, stop seeking validation, stop caring whether she regrets her choice, you win. And here's the twist. When she sees you unmoved, when you don't spiral, don't chase, don't break, that's when doubt starts to creep in. She wonders, did I misjudge him? Was he more valuable than I thought? And just like that, the dynamic shifts. Because a man who controls himself controls everything. Women are drawn to strength, to mystery, to the unknown. And when she feels she can't control your emotions anymore, she starts to wonder if she ever truly knew you. That's why you must master yourself. Don't react, Don't chase. Don't let her feel she still has power over you. Step back. Breathe. Regain your control. You're no longer the man who begs for love. You're no longer the one who needs validation. You're the man who stands tall, walks away without looking back, and remains calm in the middle of chaos. Like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Drop a comment below. Power is in control, not in reaction. And when you've mastered yourself, it's time to take the ultimate step, walking away without hesitation. Once you've mastered your emotions, everything shifts inside you. You stop being the man who begs for love. You become the man who is worthy of it without needing to prove it. Because true value is never found in desperation. It is found in detachment. The one who walks away first wins. And now you are that man. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Drop a comment. A king never begs. Number 4. Silence is your greatest weapon. Silence is the most powerful response you can give. No long texts. No explanations. No desperate attempts to change her mind. Just silence. Because while most men try to fix things with words, a Stoic man lets his absence speak. When a woman leaves, she expects a reaction. She expects anger, sadness, pleading. She expects you to convince her she was wrong. But when you say nothing, when you vanish without a word, you plant a seed of doubt in her mind, because silence forces her to sit with her choice. And sometimes, silence speaks louder than anything you could ever say. Most men fall apart. They send paragraphs. They beg for clarity, for closure, for one last talk. But every word is proof that she still holds power. That's why silence is your greatest weapon. It strips her of control. It creates mystery. It makes her wonder, why hasn't he reached out? Does he not care? Did I make a mistake? And that's when the shift begins. The woman who walked away, so sure of herself, now starts to question everything, because a man who walks away without looking back is rare. And women always desire what is rare. Silence also gives you space to reclaim yourself. No distractions, no waiting for a reply, no energy wasted on someone who's already chosen to leave. Instead, you channel that energy into you, your goals, your discipline, your transformation. While she expects you to be broken, you're thriving. Here's the truth. Most women don't feel the loss right away, but weeks, even months of silence later, it hits. When she sees you're no longer available, regret begins. She might text a "hey" out of nowhere, a casual excuse to reconnect, but don't fall for it, because she's not reaching out. Out of love, she's reaching out to see if she still has access, but the Stoic man doesn't respond, because he knows replying only feeds her ego, not his worth. He knows that his time, energy, and presence are privileges, not entitlements. And the moment she threw them away, she lost them. This is the power of silence. It puts the control back in your hands. It makes her feel what it's like to live without you. And in the end, it forces her to realize exactly what she lost. So say nothing. Walk away. Disappear. And let her own mind do the damage. Because the man who stays silent is the one she never forgets. Like the video, subscribe and comment below. Silence speaks louder than words. Up next, it's not about revenge, it's about evolution. In the last part, you learned that the greatest response is not revenge, it's becoming unreachable. When you go silent and evolve beyond her reach, you don't have to say anything. She'll feel it. And then when you walk into a room, when your energy has shifted, people will feel your presence. You no longer seek validation. You command it. And when she sees this version of you, not the man she once left behind, but a new, calm, unshakable force, that's when regret hits her like a storm. She begins to wonder, why did I leave? Did I misjudge him? Did I choose wrong? Because the man she left no longer exists. And the harsh reality, she can't have this version of you back. You're no longer stuck in the past, no longer waiting for closure. You've leveled up beyond her reach. Now you are the one who chooses who is worthy of your time, energy, and presence. That is true power. It's not about getting her back. It's about becoming the man who makes every woman regret walking away. And here's the best part. Once you reach this level, you won't even care about her regret anymore. So stop thinking about her. Stop checking her social media. Stop waiting for a sign that she misses you. Instead, turn every ounce of pain into fuel. Hit the gym. Build your empire. Sharpen your mind. Because the man who becomes untouchable wins. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Drop a comment below. Evolve so she no longer fits your world. Next, you'll learn how to flip the power dynamic, not through manipulation, but through intentional detachment. In the last part, you learned that evolving beyond her reach brings power. But what causes the real shift in dynamic? It's the void you leave behind, and that void causes her to start chasing you. Here's a truth most men never understand. Women don't want a man who needs them. They're drawn to the man who needs no one to feel complete. Neediness repels. Indifference attracts. When a man is emotionally independent, when he doesn't need a woman to feel whole, he becomes rare. He becomes the kind of man women admire, respect, and secretly fear losing. And those who do lose him regret it for life. That's why detachment is so powerful. It flips the dynamic entirely. When she sees that you're no longer invested in her, when she sees you thriving without her, she starts to wonder, did I make a mistake? Was he actually better than I thought? Does he even think about me anymore? As those thoughts begin to creep in, she starts looking for signs that she still matters to you. A random message, a like on your old post, an indirect attempt to get your attention. And this is where most men fail, because the moment you respond, just one reply, one like, she knows she still occupies your mind, and once she knows that, the game is over. A true Stoic man doesn't just act detached, he is detached. He doesn't fake it to get a reaction. He genuinely moves on. He builds. He thrives. He becomes so mission-focused, so purpose-driven that her absence is irrelevant. That's what makes him irresistible, because women don't desire men who chase. They desire men they can't have. And when she realizes you've truly moved on, that you no longer care whether she regrets it or not, that's when she starts to feel the loss. She lost something rare, something she will never find again. And now she has to live with that. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Drop a comment. True power is never needing her. Up next, the inevitable return, why she always comes back, and how to handle it. In the last part, you realized true power is when you need nothing. And now you're no longer the one left behind. She is the one who lost. At first, you thought you weren't enough. It felt like you had failed. But the truth is, she lost you, and that loss, she'll carry it for the rest of her life. While she was out chasing better, you were becoming something greater. You weren't crying. You weren't begging for a second chance. You were building yourself into a man who never has to chase again. You created a life so powerful, so valuable, so magnetic, that her absence became completely irrelevant. Now you look back and you smile because you finally understand what most men never do. The man who masters himself, who controls his emotions, who never begs for love, that man never loses. This is the Stoic mindset. The understanding that nothing external defines your worth. Not a woman, not a relationship, not rejection, not loss. Your value comes from within. And once you fully embody this, you become untouchable. You no longer fear loss, because you know that a truly valuable man never fears walking alone. You stop seeking validation from others. You validate yourself. You stop chasing love because you understand the only love that matters is self-respect. And now she sees it. She sees the man you've become, the strength, the confidence, the success, the absence of need. And that's why she regrets leaving, because what she lost wasn't just a man. She lost the chance to be part of something great. But here's the difference. You no longer care. You don't care if she regrets it. You don't care if she misses you. You don't care about her feelings, her mistakes, her choices, because she's no longer part of your world. You've already won, not because she came back, not because she regrets it, but because you've outgrown the version of yourself that once believed she was the best you could do. Now you know she was never the prize. You were. This is the final level. The moment you stop chasing, stop reacting, stop caring, you become the man in full control of his destiny. And once you reach that point, everything begins to flow to you. Money, success, women, respect, effortlessly. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Drop a comment. A true Stoic man never loses. Now you'll see the final truth. She didn't break you, she freed you. Now you see the truth clearly. She didn't break you, she freed you. She didn't steal your happiness. She created the space for you to build something deeper, stronger, and lasting within yourself. And in the end, you realize it was never about her. It was always about you. The man who can master his emotions, the man who can walk away without needing closure, the man who can detach from what no longer serves his path. That man wins every time, because a Stoic man doesn't chase, doesn't beg, doesn't need. And that's what makes him powerful. Now you have a choice. You can stay stuck in the past, obsessing over what's already gone, or you can face the pain, transform it, and become the man who never breaks again. Because when you reach that level of strength, when you become untouchable, heartbreak will no longer exist in your life. Remember this. A man who knows his worth doesn't fear loss. A man who values himself never has to convince anyone to see it. And a truly Stoic man is the one everyone regrets losing. If you found value in this video, like it, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next lesson. And before you go, leave a final comment below. I was the prize all along. Until next time, stay strong, stay focused, and always remember, you were never lost. You were just waiting to be seen.